Little soldier Scholz and Anna Baerbock, the foreign minister, could not have been closer to Zelensky. Well, they could have, I suppose, although we never know what goes on behind closed doors. But certainly, they embraced him with all of their hearts. And they've gone the way of so many others who have similarly embraced the deadly Zelensky in the last 3 years. The truth is that Baerbock and Scholz did more concretely, practically, to fuel this disastrous war, which has killed well over 1 million people, hundreds of thousands on the Russian side, 1 million and more on the Ukrainian side, and has cost all of us in treasure an uncountable amount of money. The dislocation that this war has caused in world affairs will be felt for 50, maybe 100 years from now. It is as cataclysmic in its way, in its impact on international relations than any event since the Second World War. It was the German Chancellor then, Angela Merkel, who guaranteed the Minsk II agreement, along with President Hollande, if you remember him, of France, if you remember them. Merkel and Hollande guaranteed that the Minsk II agreements would be implemented, but they both lied and have since admitted it. They have both admitted that Minsk II was a hoax, was a canard, it was a conspiracy against the peace. And as it's turned out, a conspiracy against the people of Germany and France, not to mention the Ukraine and Russia, and indeed more widely too. Merkel and Hollande, if they had been genuine, would have avoided having a war in the Ukraine at all. Minsk II committed the Ukrainian government to autonomy for the Russian-speaking regions of the country and no membership of NATO. Precisely the things that would have stopped this war, would have avoided the loss of at least 1/3 of Ukraine's territory, would have avoided the loss of at least 1.25 million people, would have avoided the wreckage of the economies of the belligerent NATO countries.